Fine. Yeah. So, guys, welcome everyone to this program that is data science and applied AI course with respect to Python, using Python, right? Now, let me introduce myself. I'm Shivram Krishna, and I would be your trainer for this course. Okay, so I know that everyone are having number of questions in your mind that about this program, and some of you have already attended the previous webinars that is conducted on the previous Sunday, right? Some of you might be attended, and some of you might be attending. This is the first time, right? Shravan says you are not audible. Yeah, can everyone please confirm me? Am I audible? Okay. Yeah, Shravan, can you please log out and log in once again? The problem might be from your end. Please do. Yes, thank you. Yeah. So some of you have attended my previous webinars, which was conducted in the last Sundays. Okay, two webinars was conducted, and some of you has been attended that one. And now, coming to this today's session, we will be having certain questions. So you might be some kind of experienced person, and you want to shift this career to data science, is whether it is correct, or you might have some questions. You are a fresher, you are completing your graduation this year only, whether to enroll this course or not. And you'll be having certain questions that Python, only Python is sufficient for this, and by end of this course, are we going to get the job? Like this, you might have number of questions in your brain as of now, right? So all the questions, I'm going to take each and every individual question at the end. Okay. So first, let me take this today's session. The session will be first almost 45 minutes to 1 hour. First, let me complete from my end. Once it was completed, I will be taking all your individual questions. So during this 45 minutes to 1 hour session, just focus whatever I'm saying so that most of your questions will be solved. If still you are having the questions with you at the end, I'm going to take all your questions, right? Each and every individual, every question I'm be taking. And if you want me, you guys to get unmuted also, I'm muting you and you can speak, right? We'll be having everything interaction at the end. So first, let me focus on to the original content, what we are going to discuss right now. So let me introduce myself. I'm Shivram Krishna, and I'm working as a senior data scientist, and I work as freelance for various organizations like Upgrad, Simply Learn, and for Naresh IT, right? And I'm having overall 10 years of experience in this industry and teaching profession. I have trained with respect to 200 plus case studies in this data science and handled 30 plus data science and machine learning related projects. I have done with respect to various domains: finance, healthcare, telecom, aviation, and e-commerce. So different domains and different areas I have worked out. And I'm a top 2 percentile data scientist from Kaggle. So in the Kaggle, there used to be a competition. So I am in the top 2 percentile. So around 20,000 people will attempt this competition, and I'm in the 216 or like odd. Okay, so I'm in the top 2 percentile in the Kaggle. So Kaggle is a world data scientist firm. Okay, from toward the world, every data scientist will attempt this Kaggle competitions and all these things, right? Now, coming to my education, I'm alumni of IIM Raipur, and I have done my master's from Birla Institute of Technology, Mishra, and BTech from JNTU Hyderabad. And coming to my certifications related to data science, I was done with a couple of certifications like IBM Data Science Professional, and I was a certified data scientist by IBAC, that is International Association of Business Analytics Council, USA. I was a certified in data science from IIT Madras, and Microsoft certified in Python. These are the couple of certifications which I have done, right? This is very brief about me. Now coming to today's part. So in today, we are going to discuss what exactly the data science is. Okay, why data science is getting so popular nowadays, why we need this data science, and is the data science is applicable only for IT? If I'm from non-IT, can I do the data science course, and can I apply this data science course in that area? Okay, what are the applications and what are the various industries or domains where we are working as with data science? All these things we are going to understand here. And once we understand, we'll be seeing what exactly this data scientist will do. What is data scientist will do in real life, and what are the responsibilities of the data scientist within a company? What would be the key responsibilities, and what would be the career path and salaries? If I start as a fresher, what would be my salary? And slowly on the career path, if I have 5 years of experience or 6 years of experience, 10 years of experience, what would be my salaries, right? All these things we are going to understand. And along with this, in this course, what are the contents will be covered, and what would be the duration, and what would be the program structure? Everything we are going to see individually in the course details, right? And what will be the course fees, everything, completely details about the course I'll be discussing, right? So first, let us start. What is data science? First, exactly what is data science? Data science is nothing but, everyone knows Amazon company. Now in the world, it is one of the top leading organization. Okay. Now with respect to market capitalization wise, Amazon is the highest one, right? Now how this Amazon has become worldwide high? Simple. The concept is very simple. It has understand the customers. Whatever the customers it is having, Amazon has understand the customer needs. So for the customers, if you are satisfying the customer needs, automatically everyone will be attracted into they will purchase in the Amazon. Okay. For example, your requirement is with respect to, you want 2-day delivery. Okay. In 2 days, you want the delivery, but Amazon is not providing 2 days. It is taking 1 week of time. Then obviously you are not going with Amazon, right? You will not go with Amazon. You will go with any offline store and you will purchase. If it is getting in 2-day delivery miss, then you are going for Amazon, right? Now, like this, we are going to understand the customer needs. So Amazon is understanding the customer needs. For example, let us take Naresh IT only. Okay, Naresh IT is the institute. Okay, in this Naresh IT, what would be their requirement as a Naresh IT? Okay, let us assume Naresh IT is the client and I am the data scientist. Okay, Naresh IT team has asked me, as a data scientist, they are asking me, the problem is I want more number of students. As for data scientists, they are asking, we require more number of students. So in order to get more number of students at Naresh IT, what is the things we have to apply? What is the strategy we have to apply? Just the strategy is, first you understand what is the student requirement. Understand student requirements. First, you have to do the basic. First step is this one. And after understanding students requirement is the first step, and fulfill it. Fulfill whatever you are doing, fulfill. Okay, whatever the students requirements is there, fulfill. Once you fulfill, automatically students will be attracted to Naresh IT. Generally, what would be the students requirement? Students requirement will be with respect to, they want a good subject. Okay, subject wise it should be very good. An experienced trainer, they require the training from an experienced trainer, and they required with respect to a good amount of skill set and knowledge with respect to the tools, skill set and tools they require. And finally, they required job. Well, all this finally gives them the job, either job or with respect to, if they are planning for MS, they have to get the admission for in USA. Okay, if they are planning for abroad, anything with respect to MS or PhD or anything, they want to get that one. So that is the major requirement of a student. And that too, this has to be done at low cost. Fees should be very low. This is the requirement of the students. So they required subject, with respect to the subject also from an experienced trainer only. So they don't want any trainer who is having just of 1 year or 2 years experience. They want from a high level trainer. Okay. And they required with respect to good amount of skill set with respect to the tools, and they required a job. So majorly their focus is on the major part is job. 100% they required is job. or whatever the goals they are having in terms of MS or PhD in abroad, means whatever it is. So they require that one. And this everything has to be done at low cost. This is the student's requirement. Now, if I fulfill this one, automatically every student will join in the Naresh IT. As simple as that, right? So for that, what if I want the Naresh IT, if they want with respect to major income, means they want with respect to revenue wise, they want more. They want to generate more revenue. In order to generate more revenue, they are understanding the students' requirement and they are fulfilling. Since they are fulfilling the requirements of the students, automatically they are generating large revenue. Similar to Amazon. Amazon also is doing the same to same. Okay. So it is understanding the customer needs. The customer needs understanding based on their feedback or reviews or whatever it is. Okay. Feedback of the customer. They're asking, so we want more number of products. In Amazon, we require more number of products in order to compare. And we require a fast delivery. Okay. That is second requirement. Third requirement is with respect to some rural areas are there, means we want for rural areas also delivery. And they require with respect to whenever they're purchasing any product. Nowadays, everyone are purchasing a product in Amazon. They are checking the reviews. Okay, they are going through the reviews. In the reviews, first review 1, they are reading, review 2, review 3, review 4. Like this, they are reading some of the reviews, and based on that, they are getting some confirmations. So I want to segregate these reviews into positive reviews and negative reviews. So Amazon itself has been done that one. So Amazon has made this one with respect to, for every product, it has been divided into positive reviews. How many positive reviews are there? How many negative reviews are there? So that you are going to read the positive reviews and negative reviews. What are the cons for that particular product? And since you are having the reviews also very clear, and the feedback is very clear, and delivery wise clear, and you are getting the delivery also in your rural area, everything is fine, means automatically you are going to purchase that one if it is low cost. When compared to offline store, in online it is low cost, means you are going to purchase. If it is in offline store itself, it is better cost, means if you are able to find the better cost in offline itself, means you are going to that offline store only. Why you go for online? Okay, wherever you want the purchase, wherever you want with respect to low cost should be very low, right? So this is the simple strategy. Okay, so they are understanding the customer needs, and from the customer needs, they are making the decisions. So customers require this one, so they are making with respect to. So Amazon initially, instead of getting from one customer 100 rupees as a profit, let us make, for example, a product is there. Let us assume the product cost is 15,000. Okay, instead of selling for, if I sell this product for a 15,000, I'm going to earn a 2,000 rupees as the profit. Let us assume I'm getting as a profit of 2,000. This is my selling price. If I'm selling a particular mobile of 15,000, I'm getting a profit of 2,000. Instead of getting a profit of 2,000 from one customer, let us make this one to 13,500. They're reducing the price when compared to competitors. They're reducing the price. So now their profit is just 500 rupees. Their profit is 500 rupees only. Earlier, the profit is 2,000 rupees because their buying cost is with respect to 13,000 is their buying cost, selling cost is 15,000 and profit is 2,000. Now they have reduced the selling price to 13,500 and they are making 500 rupees. Instead of selling to one person, they are selling to 10 people. They are getting 5,000 rupees as the profit. Here it is 2,000 rupees profit and here it is 5,000 rupees as the profit. They are getting the number of customers more by giving with less number of profit. So from a single customer perspective, we want at low cost. Whether they are selling to 1%, whether they are selling to 100%, we don't bother that one. We want for us very low cost. That is our requirement. Whether they are selling to 1% or whether they are having a number of 10 customers or 20 customers, okay. Though they are having 20 customers also not a problem for us. We want that low cost, whether it is satisfying or not. Yes, satisfied. So they are applying the same strategy, right? So, and they are building the revenue. Simple. So simply to understand what is data science means, data science is nothing but scientific process of transforming the data. Whatever the data you are having, transform the data. Okay, in order to make the better decisions. Transform the data in order to make the better decisions. So whatever the data you are going to get, the data may be For example, if I am asking you about the feedback, you may give the feedback through audio, you may give the feedback through the text, you may give your feedback through mail, you may give your feedback video feedbacks, everything will be there, right? Different types of feedbacks are there. From all of them, finally, I want to confirm what is the feedback. So whatever the data it may be, where the data may be audio data, the data may be text data, the data may be with respect to video data, whatever the data may be, finally, from the data, what I want to understand is my feedback I have to understand. If I'm getting the feedback very positively, if I'm getting 90% as the feedback, that is fine. If I'm getting only 60% as the feedback, then I have to rectify myself. What is the problem? I have to rectify myself. What is the problem? Why I'm getting only 60% as the feedback? So remaining 40%, I have to improve myself. Why I have to improve? If I don't improve, what happens? If I improve myself, automatically more number of students are going to join. If more number of students are joining, automatically Naresh IT is going to get more revenue. When they are getting more revenue, automatically my salary also will be increased. Very simple. Right? Concept is very simple. So in order to develop myself, I have to get from the past, I have to get from the data. From the data, I have to analyze what is the mistakes. So in the feedback, some people will say that, sir, these are the things we have expected in the demo, but it is not there in the demo. So they are going to write something. So these are the things we expected in demo. So that I am going to take those things also in my next demo. Okay, these are the students are requiring these parts also in the demo. So why I have to keep this one in the demo. So I'm going to make some kind of slides related to that also. Right? So based on the feedback, I'm going to change myself in order to make better and in order to get large revenue. So the company is also doing the same. They are getting the data, and from the data they are analyzing, and from that they are going to get with respect to better decisions. They are making some kind of better decisions. Finally, they want to have a edge, competitive advantage they want to take. So the world leaders. So earlier we are having with respect to who is the richest person in the world, means 10 years back or 5 years or 6 years back also, it is Bill Gates. Okay. So Bill Gates, almost 20 years, he is the richest person. At that time, IT industry is not there. So at that time, computer itself is heavy. And so having a computer and getting a software job itself is great at that time. So he was that person, and he was ruled for almost 20 years. He was in the first position. Now coming to this, now presently, Elon Musk is in the first position. And second one is Jeff Bezos. That is Amazon, and we are having Tesla or SpaceX, whatever it is. Elon Musk is having number of companies with him. So SpaceX and Tesla, or with respect to Amazon. Thus, Tesla or SpaceX is applying the concept called as artificial intelligence, and Amazon is applying the concept called as data science. To be more precise, the world leaders are artificial intelligence and data science is the world leader. Earlier, the software development is the world leader. Whenever the Bill Gates is there, that is Microsoft is the world leader. At that time, that is called as software development. That is with respect to full stack or with respect to any other programming language, anything. You are developing a software. At the time, the software development is the leader. Now AI and DS are the leaders. It is very simple. Okay, because they are generating large amount of revenue when compared to it. Okay. Now, let's understand this. So data science is with respect to understanding your data, whether it is whatever the data they have given to us, we have to understand from the data, and from that we have to get the insights. We have to analyze. Okay. Now, the next one is, and what is the difference between an artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, and data science? Okay. So machine learning is machine is learning. So for example, if I'm giving some reviews, feedback is there. Students has given me the feedback. One has given me awesome. One has given me excellent. One of them has given me good. One has given me bad. One has given me worst. Okay. Not expected. Something they have given like this. Okay. These are the positive reviews. These are the negative reviews. By seeing this, I am able to understand. The same thing the machine also has to understand. Why? Why machine has to understand? Because here, since here I'm having only 6 reviews, I can read this one. If I am having 100 reviews also, I can read slowly, one by one, one by one, one by one. If let us assume I'm having 1 million, with respect to 1 million reviews are there. Let us assume there is 1 million reviews. You are having 1 million reviews. Is the human can read all these reviews daily? You are getting every day 1 million reviews with you. Can you read every day 1 million reviews? Is that possible? No, right? For that, we have to take the support of machine. So machine has to read these 1 million reviews and machine has to understand. How we are understanding, the machine has to understand in the same way. And how we are saying these 3 are positives and these 3 are negatives, machine also has to say the same thing. These 3 are positives and these 3 are negatives. Machine has to read the data, machine has to understand the data, and machine has to tell me the answer. So that is called as machine learning. Machine is learning. Okay. Machine is learning means here your data science concepts and AI concepts you are learning. This is called as human learning. You are learning from me, right? This is called as human learning. If I teach the same thing to machine and machine is able to learn that things from me, if the machine is able to learn, then it is called as machine learning. I'm teaching the machine. Okay, I'm teaching the machine and machine is learning. What I'm teaching means algorithm. What machine is learning means data. So machine is learning the data. Machine is understanding the given data. By in what way it is understanding means whatever the algorithm I have given, based on that algorithm it is working. If I write in this way, first you have to learn this one. After this one, this one, this one. Like this means it is going to learn in that way only. Whatever the way I'm saying, it is going to learn in that way. The way is there, right? In what way it has to learn, that is called as algorithm. Okay, and it is learning what data, it is understanding the data, that is called as machine learning. And what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is nothing but the NLP and computer vision. What is meant by NLP means NLP in terms of natural language processing. What is meant by natural language processing means whatever I am speaking, you are able to understand, right? Whether it is maybe some kind of grammatical mistakes or with maybe sentence formation mistakes, anything also, you are able to understand everything. So that is called as natural language processing. Okay, if I speak in Telugu also, it is able to understand. If I speak in Hindi also, it is able to understand. For example, everyone are having mobile phones. Might be some of you are attending maybe from the mobile phones also even. So ask your mobile phone with respect to, if it is Android mobile means ask the Google Assistant. If it is iPhone means ask your Siri. On which algorithm you are working, on which, how you are working. If you ask like this also, it is going to say I'm working on the natural language processing. Natural language processing means whatever I'm asking that question, the machine is able to understand naturally. Natural means whatever I'm speaking, natural. Language means whatever the language I'm speaking, natural language. The machine is understanding. Understanding is processing. The machine is processing whatever I'm saying, and it is going with respect to the answers. Right? That is with respect to natural language processing. So this is with respect to text or audio, everything will come under natural language processing. And computer vision. Computer vision means images. From the given image, it is identifying what are the things. For example, you are in Hyderabad, we are having that traffic challans, right? So cameras, CC cameras are taking the photos directly, and it is sending the challans. Okay, if you're not wearing the helmet, or if you are going in a wrong route, or if you are over speed, just it is sending the challans, right? How it is working? Based on the computer vision. Okay, computer vision means it is identifying the objects. Okay, or it is identifying the things, whatever the you are asking in that particular image, identify this, identify that. That is going to do, right? This comes under artificial intelligence. Tesla and autonomous cars, everything are working on the artificial intelligence. Okay, sensors, everything are connected based on the artificial intelligence. Immediately based on the sensors, whatever the signals we are getting, based on that, instantly it has to react, right? That is with respect to artificial intelligence, right? So now what is data science then? Data science is nothing but here you are taking the support of the machine, and with respect to the statistics, you are adding the machine, it is going to give some output, right? whatever the output, for that you are adding the statistics. From the output, okay, this one. So you are taking with respect to the value with respect to average value, or with respect to the maximum value or minimum value, all these things you are doing, right? That is with respect to the, you are applying the statistics. And from the statistics, you are developing your final conclusions. So in order to develop the company, what the things have to be done. So that is with respect to data science. So data science is applying the concepts of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. Here the data is getting read, and in data science, we are understanding the output. Reading will be done here, understanding the output will be done here. Right? Now, what is deep learning then? Deep learning is as part of the machine learning. So here in detail, detailedness will be more. Detailedness of learning will be more detailed it will ask. The questions it will ask more detailedly. So that is called as deep learning. So it is going to work on the principle called as neural networks. When it is machine learning and deep learning, the machine is going to have a overview. For example, we are discussing in the class, everyday class we are discussing. Okay, 10 days class has completed. After 10 days class, on 11th day, I'm going to revise you all the 10-day concepts. I'm going to revise you. This revision I'm going to take in 1 day only. Just in 1 hour, I'm going to revise all the 10-day concepts. I'm going to revise in just in 1 hour. Okay, the revision, whatever the revision I'm going to do, right? This is with respect to the machine learning. 10 days, we are going to discuss in detail, right? That is with respect to deep learning. Every day, we are, whatever the discussion is there, that is with respect to deep learning. Means here it is going to understand the data more precisely. Here that it is going to take with respect to more time. When compared to machine learning, it is going to take more time. Okay, since it has to understand more detailedness, it will take more time compared to, right? It required a high computational in terms of RAM wise or processor wise, anything. It requires high power, high computational power, right? Is that clear? Now, let us see the applications. What are the applications we are having? So the applications with respect to the data science, every company, tell me which company they don't want the growth. Tell me which company. If I'm the individual, I want the growth as a data science trainer or as a data scientist. I want a growth. If I want growth means what are the mistakes I have done? I have to rectify them. If I want to excel in the career, what are the new things I have to learn? I will learn them and I will go in the forward direction. Okay, if I want to learn some kind of, in future, I want to learn for cloud, then I will learn the cloud. If I want to learn something additional to this, I will learn that one. So if I want to move forward, I have to learn something and I have to apply that one. So similarly, companies also, if they want to go forward, means they want to have a growth in their company, automatically they want with respect to what are the things they have to implement. Every company wants with respect to data science. Tell me which company don't require data science. Every company, every industry, every domain, they require the data science. Marketing. Okay. Now that if you see the applications, we are having n number of applications. Marketing people require with respect to data science. That is MBA in marketing also, they can do the data science. If you come to social media, for example, Narendra Modi wants to know what is his present trend in the market. Okay, how the people are thinking about him, whether they are thinking positively or negatively. So how he can know? He can't go to with respect to every individual and he can't ask, right? So he is going to use the social media. In the social media, some of them are writing in the Twitter, they are going to write the tweets, and some of them are going to have in the Facebook as the post, and some of them may keep an Instagram, some of them will keep in YouTube. They'll be trolling the Narendra Modi also, right? So like this, everywhere, everyone, healthcare, during the COVID situation also, so they have released the vaccine. That vaccine also based on the data science only. Whether it has to be released or not also, that is also data science only. Inferential statistics they have applied. We are going to see that example also. During our during our training, we are going to take one of the case study as COVID. Okay, whether the vaccine has to be released or not. Okay, and green zone, red zone, orange zone, whatever they have made the clustering, that is also data science concept only. Everything they have applied the data science concepts only, right? During the travel, Abhi bus and red bus. So few days before the Abhi bus tickets will be different, and one day before the Abhi bus tickets will be different. And if you take the flights also, the charges will be different. And the person, whether to give for a person a loan or not, if you are filling the application form for the personal loan, and whether to be accepted that personal loan, whether to accept or reject that personal loan, also data science concept. Okay, how much sales will be there? That is also forecasting of sales is also data science concept only. All these are the data science concepts. Everywhere in every industry, you are having the application, right? Now, let us see why data science is getting so popular now. Okay, now if you take companies, Infosys 30 to 35 years back itself is there, Wipro, Reliance, and TCS, all these companies are there, and they are implementing, they are growing every year, they are growing. Okay, that why, but why data science is getting so popular now? 10 years back also they have implemented data science concepts, 20 years back also they have implemented data science concepts. Why data science is getting so popular now? Why data scientists are getting so popular now? Data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, everywhere we are getting these buzzing words. Why? What is the reason? Because simple reason is data is large. In 2005, we are not having this much of data. In 2005 itself, if we are having this much of data, at that time itself, it will be popular. In 2005, we are not having this much of data. In 2010 also, we are not having this much of data. In 2015 also, we are not having this much of data. In 90% of the data was generated in last 2 years. Just in last 2 years, 90% of the data was generated. Until now, whatever the data was generated in the world, just in last 2 years, 90% of the data was generated. That is the reason why data science is getting popular. It's very simple, right? Now, that is the reason why we are getting like NASCOM is saying that hottest job of 21st century is data science. NASCOM. Okay. And Harvard University, it is saying the sexiest job of 21st century is data science. Okay, by Harvard University. Okay. Now NASCOM is predicting that 230,000 data science jobs will be there in 2021. Okay, if it is no COVID situation. Okay, after COVID situation, post COVID, the first major jobs openings will be with respect to data science. Why? Because you are listening data science course, so it is the reason? No, the reason is because we are having that much of data available. Based on that data, we are going to develop with respect to number of things. Okay, so once the post-COVID situation, everything was normal, and once companies work on offline, everything was normalized, we are going to get n number of projects, and the major openings will be with respect to data science. Suddenly, all of a sudden, we are going to see a huge spike in data science job openings, right? Next, what exactly this data scientist will do? Okay, the reason why data science is getting so popular and why number of jobs are there high, because what these people will do is they are going to understand the data, and they are going to understand the business problem. Based on the business problem, they are going to come with a solution. For that particular business problem, they are coming with a solution. So the data scientist in company, they are going to do with respect to, this is the life cycle of the data science. The data scientist will do within the company. This is the process. This is the steps, right? What are the steps? Means it is CRISP-DM methodology. CRISP-DM methodology. What is CRISP-DM methodology? Means cross industry standard process. Cross industry standard process for data mining. Data mining means from the data you are analyzing. Mining means you are digging into data. You are comparing with respect to various things. And from the data, you are getting final conclusions. Cross industry standard process means every industry, this is the common process they are using. Okay, this is the methodology. This methodology Methodology means method, the way, right? So the first they are going to understand the business problem, what exactly the business problem is. And for that business problem, they are understanding the data. Okay. And whatever the past data is there, past data, they are understanding the data means in terms of past data. Okay. For that particular business problem, they are understanding with respect to the past data. And for example, let me take with an example so that you will understand very clearly. So for example, there is a HDFC Bank. Okay, let us take HDFC Bank. And HDFC Bank, they want to know whether for a particular person we have to approve a loan or we have to reject the loan. Whether to approve the loan or reject the loan. When you are going to approve, if the person is not defaulting and if the person is paying on time. If the person is paying on time means you simply approve. Okay, this person is going to pay. Right time he is going to pay, simply will approve. So he is not going to default. When you are going to reject, when the person is getting defaulted. Defaulted means he will not pay. He will take the loan. After certain months, he will say that I can't pay the loan and he will get default, like Vijay Mallya. Example. Okay, so to whom we have to approve the loan, to whom we have to not approve the loan, to whom we have to reject the loan, whether the person is going to default or whether the person is not going to default. It is the business problem. So for that, what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to take the past data. In the past data, what are the various customers they are having? In that customers, how many of them has been defaulted and how many of them are non-defaulted? So for example, first person is there. He is non-defaulted. He is non-defaulted. He is defaulted. For example, he is defaulted. And one more person also defaulted. Again, non-defaulted. Okay, I'm having like this data. Now, whoever the persons are getting defaulted, I'm going to see their characteristics. Okay, this person is not having their own house. Since they're not having own house, automatically every time they are shifting the houses, they're getting escaped. So the persons who are not having own house is one of the parameter I have observed. Like this, we are going to observe certain parameters from that. Okay, certain parameters we are going to observe, and based on that, we are going to draw the conclusions. Finally, we are going to say whether in terms of to reject or to accept the loan. Okay, so now I'm going to understand that past data. In that past data, I'm going to have certain missing values will be there. Some of the data might not be filled. For example, in the application form, whichever is star mark is there, those only will generally fill. Which are not having star marks generally will not fill, right? It is not mandatory. Whichever the application form is having the blank with respect to star mark, we are going to fill that one because it is mandatory. Otherwise, submit button is not going to accept. So we are going to fill that one, right? So from this, whatever the things we are filling, and some of them we are not filling, right? So you are going to get some missing values. So those things you have to clean. The data cleaning you have to do here. Some of them might be entering the age instead of 24, they will enter 240. Okay, a wrong input they will make you. So we have to clean this data. Okay, there may be some data entry error, there may be some manual error, whatever it is, we have to clean the data, right? After that, we have to give to the machine. So the machine is going to understand the given data. Okay, the machine is going to understand the data, and now the machine has understood. Machine says that I have understood. How I have to believe whether the machine has understood or not? The machine is, it is not a superpower, right? So machine is also a normal machine. So whether the machine has understood correctly or not, how I can know? I have to evaluate the machine. I will be giving certain data and I will cross verify. Okay, I will be cross verifying the data. Okay, I'm going to cross verify the machine and I'm going to evaluate the machine. Whether it has learned correctly or not, I'm going to verify. That is called as evaluation. Once everything was done and machine has been learned correctly means, then finally, whatever the machine has given the output, I'm going to present that one to the clients. That is data preparation. And once the client is also happy, automatically we are going to deploy that one. We are going to do deployment. Wherever he asks, we are going to deploy. Whether he wants a website or whether he wants with respect to a cloud, whatever the things they require, we are going to do that one at the end. Okay. Now, in this, what are the steps are involved means, the first one is business understanding requires analytical skills and communication skills. First, you have to understand what is exactly the business problem is. how we have to approach that particular business problem, in what way we can consider this problem, how we can apply the solution, what are the options we are having, how we have to start the analyzing. So you are going to think all these things in business understanding. After that, you are going to collect the data, and whatever the data you have collected, you are going to understand from that. So in the data, for example, HDFC Bank, I have collected the data. In that, CIBIL score is there. What is meant by CIBIL? How it is getting impacted? What are the various options it is getting impacted? When it is getting negative, when it is getting positive, on what criteria? What are the percentages for each of them? Like this, I'm going to do some kind of research for that particular things. I'm going to do some kind of research, and I'm going to understand what are the data I have got. I'm going to understand. After further, we are going to clean the data. And once we do the data cleaning or data preparation, which is required for the machine, and we'll be sending to the machine. So the machine is going to understand if you have machine learning, or if it is a text data means natural language processing, if it is a computer images means computer vision or deep learning. Everything comes under modeling. Once they have done, I'm going to test them. First, the machine is getting trained. I'm going to test the machine. I'm going to cross-validate whether it has been learned correctly or not. If it required any tuning means in order to increase the performance, how I can increase the performance, I will tune that one. Okay, once I've tuned this one and everything was met, my requirement was satisfied, I'm going to present that one by using any visualization tool. I'm already having one visualization tool where I can make some graphs. I can't say in terms of theory. Okay, I can't say in terms of sentences or theory part or paragraphs. I can't say, I can't write as a project report. I have to present with a pictorial representation. One picture will speak more than 1,000 words, right? So I'm going to make with respect to a pictorial representation by showing different graphs like this, comparison graphs. So based on the comparison graphs, they can understand very easily. Once they are satisfied means we are going to deploy that model. This is exactly the data scientist will do within the company, right? Now, coming to the skills, what are the skills required to be a data scientist? Okay, the skills is you require any one programming language, either Python or R or SAS. Okay, with respect to Python is having 95% and R is having 4%, and one is SAS is coming just 1% in the market. In market, out of 100 companies, 95 plus companies are working with respect to Python only. Just 4 companies are working on R. 4% of the companies are working on R. Why? Sir, I came to know that R is also most popular for data science. Earlier, not now. 2 years back. If you are learning data science in 2018 means at the time R also popular only. If you are learning data science in 2019 means at the time R is popular only. You are learning the data science in 2021. You are not in 2019 or you are not in 2018. Now in the present market, you understand. Because the Python was developed in such a way. The major investor in the Python is Google. Google has invested within the Python, right? So Python is having so many advantages. Whatever you can do in R, everything you can do in the Python. Whatever you can do in Python, you can't do in R. Anything, whatever you are doing in R, everything is possible in Python. Sir, for our statistics, we can do excellently, it seems, sir. Yes, Python also you can do the same thing. Whatever you can do, everything you can do here. Now, SAS is a paid one, whereas these both are free. These both are free, that is open source. These both are free. When free is available, why we'll go with paid one? That is very simple, right? Why we'll go with paid one? So that is the reason why industry is not accepting SAS. Next, out of these two, which is more best means with respect to Python? Why? Because it is developing with respect to n number of libraries. So in Python libraries, we are getting daily so many libraries, right? So it is making us the work very easy, simple. The coding part, everything is getting very simple, right? Now, coming to next one, SQL. You should be familiar with SQL. Okay, And you should be familiar with one visualization tool, either Tableau or Power BI, QuickView, anything, any one. And out of which the market leader is Tableau. From last 7 years to 10 years, it is the market leader. Of course, nowadays, again in 2021, Power BI is getting famous, right? Either Tableau or Power BI. No need of going with QuickView, any one. Okay, as per your choice, right? Next, if you are familiar with these three, Python, if you are ready with your Python, SQL, and Tableau, then you are called as a data analyst. Then you are eligible for data analyst role. If you know these three, you are eligible for data analyst role. What is data analyst role? What is the difference between data analyst and a data scientist? That is the first question. Again, we are going to get. What is the difference? Okay, the first question with respect to data scientist and data analyst difference is, so by default, you are also a data analyst by default. Not only you, everyone in the world by default are data analyst. Sir, what, how it is possible? See, for example, let us assume I want to purchase a mobile phone. My budget is 15,000. Okay, 14,000 to 15,000 my budget. Within this budget, I want to purchase a mobile phone. In the market, we are having n number of mobiles. Okay, out of which 14 to 15,000 budget, I'm having almost with respect to, if it is less than 15,000 also, no problem. The maximum is 15,000. My budget is maximum 15,000, which I can spend. Okay, in this 15,000, I'm having almost with respect to 100 plus mobiles are available. Let us assume 100 plus mobiles are there. Out of which your requirement is requirement satisfying 20 mobiles are satisfying your requirement. Let us assume 20 mobiles are satisfying your requirement. Out of 20 mobiles, which mobile you are purchasing? These 20 mobiles are satisfying your requirements. With respect to Snapdragon processor is there. And with respect to RAM, anyways, RAM is common nowadays, 4 GB RAM and 32 GB internal storage, or 64 GB, 64 GB it is common. And camera and battery, you are seeing all these things, and finally you are selecting your one mobile you are going to select. If you are a gamer, okay, you are playing most of the time as PUBG, then you are going to select which is having a gaming processor, Snapdragon 865 or 855 with respect to, which is giving a gaming performance very high, right? If you are interested in photography, you are selecting the camera giving as a top priority. If you are interested in terms of battery life, means if you want to have a standby time most time with respect to standby, then you are going to give with respect to battery as the priority. So based on your requirements, you are going to finally select one mobile. So to select one mobile, you are comparing with respect to various mobiles. In the previous mobile, what are the cons you are seeing, and in this mobiles, what are the pros you are having? You are observing everything, and finally you are selecting only one mobile, right? Means that you are a data analyst. You are comparing something and you are analyzing something, and finally you are making some conclusion. You are making a conclusion at the end. So automatically you are a data analyst. My mother is also a data analyst, not as a working professional. She is a housewife only, but she will compare with going for one shop. Instead of one shop, she will go to another shop, second shop also. She will compare. She will compare, and finally she will buy. Okay, she will analyze whether this is worthy or not. If someone is saying for a particular item 100 rupees, means if she feels that it is not 100 rupees worth and it is of only 80 rupees worth, means she will not buy, simply because she knows that is worth of only 80 rupees. Means she was doing some analysis, right? So this is also a data analyst role. So data analyst is doing some work. So SQL is used to extract the data. It is used to extract the data, and to process the data, we require one programming language. And finally, what are the conclusions that in order to representation, we required with respect to one visualization tool for representation. If you know these three, automatically you are a data analyst. Okay. Now, what is the difference between data scientist and data analyst? Means data scientist requires with respect to data analyst plus statistics. She should know with respect to statistics, and he should be familiar with machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, and computer vision, right? Here, whatever the mobile you are selecting, out of 20 mobiles, finally one mobile you are concluding, right? whether you are concluding on your own or by taking the machine help. If you are taking the support of machine and you are concluding this mobile, then it is called as machine learning, and you are called as a data scientist. If you are concluding on your own, then you are called as a data analyst. Without the help of machine learning, if you are doing on your own, simply are a data analyst. If you are taking the support of machine and you are concluding the answers, you are a data scientist. Here you should be familiar with respect to statistics, all these modeling concepts, and with respect to deployment concept, right? This is the data scientist role. Now tools, what are the tools we are going to cover? So here I'm going to cover with respect to the Python. These are the various tools that are required for a data scientist, and these are the tools which I'm going to cover in my class. All this will be covered. So I'm going to cover with respect to Python. I'm going to be covered with respect to Anaconda, Jupyter, and Spider. These are the IDEs where we are going to implement the Python course. We are going to use Jupyter and Spider, right? Anaconda is the framework where we are going to implement all this Python completely. Okay, we are going to have the support of libraries, everything. For in order to work with Jupyter and Spider, we require Anaconda, right? So this part is comes under programming language. So programming language we are going to have from the Python. So whatever the Python required to be a data scientist, everything we are going to cover. Everything. Okay, from 0th level. Sir, I'm not having any programming knowledge. Completely zero, sir. I don't remember even my BTech C language also. No problem. Absolutely no problem. I'm going to take from the 0th level. From 0th level, that is from scratch level. If you don't know anything also, no problem. Okay, next. And we are going to learn with respect to various libraries which are required for data science, like NumPy, which is used for mathematical calculations like linear algebra, and Pandas. For visualization, we are going with respect to Matplotlib and Seaborn. These both are visualization within the Python. And SciPy, which is used for statistics. Okay, and with respect to scikit-learn, which is called as machine learning. TensorFlow and Keras, which is for deep learning. And NLTK, Natural Language Toolkit, which is used for NLP. OpenCV, which is used for computer vision. SQL. So I'm going to take MySQL, and I'm going to explain with respect to structured query language. In order to extract the data from a structured database, from any structured database, if you want to get the data, you should require SQL. So SQL we are going to learn, and along with the Tableau also. Tableau also included, SQL also included, everything is included. For a basic data scientist, whatever the requirements is there, everything is included. Sir, whether these are enough? Again, the question mark, whether these are enough or we have to learn somewhat more. Just go through different job portals, open your different job portals and type data scientist. Okay, with an experience of 0 to 1 years or 0 to 2 years, whatever it is, just see that one and check yourself whether these are sufficient or not. Confirm yourself from your end, you confirm. If I say that these are sufficient, you may think this is used for manipulation. You might think that since Sir is taking the course, so in order to enroll for us, so he's saying like this, you may think in a wrong way. So check yourself, do the research from your end only. Open your interested job portal. I'm not saying go to this Naukri only or go with Indeed, or no, I'm not saying anything. Go wherever you want, but check with respect to 0 to 2 years or freshers only. Don't check for 3 to 5 years. Sir, some people are required big data. They are saying big data, sir. If you are having 3 to 5 years of experience in data science, then big data is important. If you are having 5 to 7 years of experience, then the requirements will be different. These requirements, whatever the tools and whatever the skills we have created in this course, is for the freshers. For data science, freshers for data science. Okay. Now, what would be the salary? Just I have taken the picture from the Glassdoor directly. Just type in the Google, what is the average data scientist salary in India? Just I have typed that one and I have got this one and I have copied this one from the Google. Okay. So this is the average price. sorry, average salary, which you are having. And this is with respect to the career path. Initially, you will be hired as a junior data scientist, okay, who are having 0 to 2 years of experience, where your average salary will be 8 lakhs per annum, followed by 2 to 4 years. If you are having after 2 years, you will be associate data scientist. Once you are 4 years experience, you are a senior data scientist. If you have 4 to 8 years experience, you are in the senior data scientist position, and your package will be around average package will be 14 lakhs. And coming to this product, after 8 years, you will be as the manager level, and later you will be lead data scientist, followed by a director of the company. Right? This is the career path and their salaries. Fine. Now, how to learn data science in easy way? Okay, sir. Okay, sir. We are 100% satisfied with your requirement, whatever you are saying, and I'm now having the 100% confidence that I want to learn data science only. Okay. Now, how to learn? In what way I have to learn? Okay. Basically, I'm at low at academics. Is that is going to be a problem? All these questions we are going to see. So the preparation, the way of preparation is majorly important. Why? Because the data science is a vast content, and the majorly data science is a interlinked subject. Remember this one, interlinked subject means whatever the concept you are understanding in today's class, it is going to be next class. The class will be continuation. So whatever the concepts I have discussed in the day 1 class, I'm going to apply that one in the day 2. Whatever I'm discussing here, I'm be applying in the day 3. So the concepts will be interlinked. If you miss this one, you'll not understand this one. If you don't understand this one, you'll not understand this one. So you have to be clear with respect to all the topics and the previous concepts. Right? Now, how to prepare means first listen to the class and focus. Okay, in the class, please be focused and take the running notes. Whatever the notes you are having, take the running notes, everything. And whatever the PPT and whatever the notes I'm going to use for data science, everything will be uploaded in the Google Drive. The complete notes, whatever the notes I'm teaching in the class, the complete notes and PPTs, whatever I'm going to use, everything will be uploaded in the Google Drive. Okay. So in the Google, from the Google Drive directly, you can get the access. Okay. Google Drive, you are going to get the Google Drive access once you pay your fees. You are going to get your Google Drive access once you pay your fees. You are going to give, they are going to give you the Google Drive access. Okay. So today's class will not be uploaded. This is for demo session. This is the normal PPT. This is not be uploaded. But whatever the original classes we are going to discuss, the complete concepts, the whatever the PPTs and notes is there, everything will be uploaded in the Google class. Okay, in the Google Drive, it will be uploaded and it will be shared to you. Right? Next, coming to next one, you have to focus in the class clearly. And majorly, you should be with respect to patient. What is meant by being patient? Patient means not a hospital patient. Patient means in terms of you have to focus and you have to bear some time. Okay, why? Because in terms of whatever the question you are having, the question for that question might be in the next slide, there may be answer. Okay, one of the student in this demo session, he is asking me the question, sir, whether the Tableau will be included in the course. So that part is included when he is asked this question. When he has asked means when I'm discussing this part, not this part. When I'm discussing this one, here when I'm discussing this one, sir, whether Tableau will be included, he is asking that question. Whether that was included or not, I'm going to have in this. In this slide, it is there. In this slide, it is there. Okay, here I'm going to say that what are the tools and what are the things I'm going to include in my course. Here it is there. Everything is there. So you have to wait until that. I didn't complete it, right? I have not completed my class. If I have completed my class, at the end, you can ask what are the questions. But between the class itself, you are asking some questions means that might be in the next slide. Okay, not only now. Okay, don't think wrong and don't take wrong today. Okay, So what I'm saying is in future classes also, you might get some questions, but the question answers might be in the next slides. So whatever the slides I am bringing, for example, I have bought 30 slides, PPT. Okay, I have explained you third slide. In the third slide itself, you have got some questions. The answers might be in the fifth slide. You have to wait, right? You will get some questions. I know that one. For that answers also I know. But I have kept in the fifth slide. You have to wait for that. In between, I have to explain some concepts and it will be there. Automatically, it will be there. So you have to have some patience, right? So you have to listen the classes carefully and you have to focus and you have to ask whatever the questions you are having in the class. At the end of the class, you have to ask each and every question. Your doubts should be solved. You should not act that saying that whether you have not understood also, sir, yes, sir, I have understood. You should not act like that. Because you are paying the fees in order to understand the concepts, in order to get the subject. So why to act? Instead of that, you ask what are the questions you are having. At the end, you ask every question. Once every question was solved, everything is clear, then only I'm going to sign off. Until that, I will be explaining each and every question. Right? Next, understand the concepts very clearly. Step by step, everything. Don't by heart, never by heart anything. Understand why. Answer every time you make a question, why. Okay. But the questions you ask at the end, because I told, right, your questions might be next in the next slide, there might be the answers, right? So you ask what are the questions you are having and understand the concepts. Once you understand the concepts, revise yourself and practice. Do the same thing. Whatever I have discussed, every day class will be of 1.5 hour session. So after 1.5 hour session, immediately a half an hour you get practice. You practice for a half an hour. And in this practice, you are going to revise whatever I have told you. Just revise once again. Just revise whatever I have told you. Whatever I have told you, just revise the same thing. Practice and revise. Okay, now you'll understand the concepts thoroughly and test yourself whether you are doing perfectly or not. If you are doing correctly, miss, you have got the concept. You understand the concept, you have tested yourself and you have done everything correct, means then you start applying on a new thing. Okay, generally the most of the students, what they will do is they will listen to the classes and directly they will apply on the new things. Sir, sir, I have applied here and I'm getting this error, sir. Why? They have missed the understanding the concepts. They don't understand, still they have not understand the concept only. They have not even practiced. Directly they are applying. After listening, directly they are applying. Automatically they are getting confused. Okay, follow in this way. Whatever the procedure I have told you, follow in this way. Just give a try for 3 days. Just try for 3 days. In 3 days, if it is not working, okay, you go as per your own pattern. Whatever the pattern you are having, you go with that. If it is working, go with this pattern. Simple. Right? Now, how to train your brain? First, take the notes, write the notes completely from how you will understand your way of understanding. You write in that way, take the running notes. Anyways, my notes, I'm going to upload that one also. You take your running notes simultaneously, whatever the doubts you are having, write the questions, everything, and understand the concepts. Generally, humans, we are humans, right? Automatically, we'll have the tendency to forget. So we know we are going to forget the concepts. Then how to remember those concepts means by simply practicing. Okay, by simply doing some kind of repetition. Whatever the concepts I am discussing today, after 1 week, automatically you will forget, right? So after 1 week, again, once again, you re-practice whatever the previous things are there. First day when you are practicing, it has taken 1 hour. Second time when you are revising, it takes half an hour. Third time when you are revising, it will take 15 minutes. Fourth time when you are revising, it will take 10 minutes. In fifth time, it will take 5 minutes. On the sixth time, automatically it will be completed just in 1 minute. When you have practiced 5 times and when you have revised 5 times, when you have repeated 5 times, automatically the sixth time, the time will be very less. And you will be remembering each and every concept easily. Right? And give some time every day for practice. Don't think that, okay, let us practice 2 days after. Today nothing was completed, so let us practice 2 days or 3 days after. Don't do like this. Do whatever the concepts we have discussed on the same day, complete that one. Don't keep anything pending. Okay. So apply the concepts on the different problem. If you are 100% thorough with the concepts, just apply and check whether it is giving the correct answers or not. In this way, you have to practice and you have to learn. Automatically, you will be succeeded. Okay. Now, what is the exactly the course with Naresh IT? What is the exact course? Let me have just 5 minutes. Okay. The course at Naresh IT, we have designed this course by keeping the requirements by the industry. Okay, what is the exact requirement for the given in the present industry in the 2021? Okay, what is the exact requirements they are expecting from the data scientist for the freshers or experienced people, or whatever the things they are expecting? What are the things they are expecting? We have incorporated everything in the course. The course will be included with respect to the contents. Whatever the contents are there, everything I'm going to teach you based on the projects. In the class, we are going to complete 10 real-time projects will be completed during the class hours only. In the class, whenever I want to explain any machine learning algorithm, I'm going to take with respect to an example with respect to real-time projects only. Okay, so Python, statistics, machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, computer vision, SQL, and Tableau. These are the various skills, and these are the various things which we are going to have in our course, right? And everything will be explained based on the projects. Okay, complete it is project based learning, and along with this, you will be giving some free Python and Linux. Sir, you are already teaching Python and you are saying again Python for free. What is this? So Python, in Python we are having, okay, Python, we are having two types. One is for software developer and one is for data scientist. For data scientist, the Python is different, and for software developer, the Python is different. Here the Python, whatever the Python, here the for software developers, they require with respect to advanced Python like Whoops concept, or they require polymorphism, they require decorators, they require with respect to inheritance. All these concepts they require because they are going to develop with respect to a software, and they require some kind of web framework like Django or something. Whereas for data scientists, here we require with respect to libraries like NumPy, Pandas, these are the things. For software developer, what is Pandas, he will not understand. For data scientist, if you say it is decorators, means he will not understand. Because they are not going to use any kind of software tools. These people are not going to use these libraries. Both are mutually exclusive. Okay. So here the Python, whatever the Python I am going to cover is for data science with respect to. Okay, the complete data science Python will be covered off. Okay, still apart from that, if you want to learn additional Python also, which is used for software developers, sir, nowadays Python we have a number of jobs with respect to Python. So those also I have to complete, means you are having a free course. So at morning 6 a.m. we are having a Python course. Okay, you will be giving the free access to attend that one. Okay, there you can have with respect to the complete Python. Right? Now, coming to this Python, statistics, machine learning, deep learning, and natural language and computer processing is called as AI. What is meant by applied AI? The word data science and applied AI. AI means I'm applying the concepts of AI concepts in order to make the data science. Okay, concepts of AI. Concepts of AI means with respect to natural language processing and with respect to computer vision concepts, I'm going to use for my data science. Okay, that is the Venn diagram I have shown you. Right? Now, by end of this course, we are going to complete, I'm going to give you certain assignments. Okay, you are going to test. I'm going to share you number of case studies. And in this case studies, you are going to do your assignments. And I'm going to complete 10 real-time projects. and one capstone project, that is end-to-end life cycle of the project we are going to do at the end. Complete life cycle of the data science project we are going to keep, and this project you are going to keep in your resume. What are the project we are going to do at the end? You are going to keep this project in your resume. So you have done with respect to end-to-end implementation of a data science, right? Now, certifications with respect to NASSCOM certification, Microsoft certification, and TCS certification. So whatever the training I am going to give you, by this you can cover this Microsoft certification in Python. Okay, Microsoft certification, whichever is required for Python, Microsoft certification, everything will be done in the class. Okay, whatever the TCS Ion Pro certification is required, everything will be done in the class. Okay, everything is included. Okay, now this is part of your fees. Within your fees, you are going to get your NASSCOM certification, and these two you have to pay additionally. For this, you have to pay additionally of 2,000 rupees, and for this, you have to pay additionally for 3,000 rupees if you are interested. It is not mandatory. If you are interested and if you want the certification, you are going to pay from your end only, and you are going to take the exam from your end only. Okay, whereas NASSCOM certification will be provided from Naresh IT. Right? Next, once the course was completed, at the end, we are going to have the resume building session. So in this, I'm going to tell you with respect to how to prepare your resume. So you have to, in the resume, you have to keep your skill set, what are the skills you have done, that is what are the tools you have learned, and what are the subject you have learned, and what are the machine learning algorithms you have learned. Everything you are going to keep in your this skill set. And with respect to whatever the certifications you have completed, you are going to keep that certifications. And you are going to attempt one competition with respect to Kaggle. And at what time you have to take this competition, I am going to tell you. This competition is for free of cost. Okay, at what time you have to take this certification, I am going to tell you. At the time, once we complete the requirements for that, you are going to attempt this competition also. Okay, and you are going to have experience. Experience means in what way? Sir, I am a fresher. In what way I am experienced? So nowadays, everyone are asking with respect to experienced people only. What about the freshers? So what is meant by experience? Experience means in what way you have completed your projects, how much of projects you have done. Those things comes under experience. Experience comes with respect to projects and case studies. How many case studies you have worked? How many projects you have worked? In what way you have implemented? If you have done any internship related to that, you can keep all these things in the experience. Right? And finally, whatever the things are there, everything you have to make with respect to visual resume. Visual resume means which attracts the HR. Visually, visual resume name itself, it is having the visual. Visual means which attracts visually. Okay, by saying that it has to be attracted. So you have to take in terms of visual resume, right? I'm going to support with respect to your resume building. And finally, we are going to have the placement support. How the placement support you are going to have? So placement support, first one, we are going to build your resume. Once the resume was built, so we have tied up with number of companies with respect to Naresh IT. Since we are the market leaders from past 20 years, we are having a number of companies tied up. So we are going to share your resume with these companies. And whenever the companies there is requirements, we are going to post on the job portals. In Naresh IT, we are having 2 job portals. In these job portals, we are going to keep whatever the requirements, whatever the post, and whatever the things their companies are required, we are going to keep those jobs in these job portals, and directly you can apply from here. Okay. Now coming to your questions, the first question will be, sir, I'm from fresh graduate, means this year only I'm passed out. Can I take this data science career? Absolutely, 100% you can take. Okay, sir, I'm having a IT professional having a gap. Okay, I'm having a gap. So can I shift this one? 100% you can take this one. And I'm a non-IT professional. I'm having with respect to from mechanical background, and I have done this one, and I'm having 5 years or 6 years of experience. Can I do this course? Absolutely. Okay, everyone can do this course. Sir, doing the course is not important. Getting the job, whether we get the job, whether we get the job. Fresh graduates, whatever the fresh graduates are there, whether we get the jobs, yes, you are going to get the jobs based on your skill set. If you are having good skill set, automatically you are going to get the job. Just you have to write in your resume that whatever the experience you are having, experience means you are going to keep the heading as experience, dealing with 10 plus real-time projects. I'm having with respect to 10 real-time projects, worked with respect to 10 real-time projects. So they are going to ask you what are those projects and how you have implemented. They are going to test your knowledge. If you are having a good knowledge, automatically you are going to get a job. I have trained until now more than 1500 plus students I have trained in data science. Okay, almost 1000 plus students has got their jobs. More than 1000. Okay, more than 1000 people has changed their career. Okay, now, so I'm from non-IT background. Because data science is not applicable for only IT background. You are not a software developer. You are not a, with respect to full stack, you are not learning full stack. If you are learning full stack course, or if you are from a software developer, or if you are learning any software, you require with respect to BTech IT background. But you are not from non-IT background also, you can do in data science, because data science is applicable in everywhere. If you are for tomorrow, there is a healthcare project is there. Automatically the person who is having with respect to from bioinformatics and he's having a knowledge on data science, first priority I will be giving for him only, right? If you are from mechanical also, if you are from mechanical, if you are production, or if you are chemical, recently we have worked on a chemical project. If anyone comes with respect to from chemical background, automatically we are going to give the first priority to that person only. If you are working on mechanical project, the first priority will be given to the mechanical person only. If it is not mechanical project, let us assume IT project. It is a normal IT project. Let us assume. At that time also, I'm going to see with respect to the skill set only. We are not going to see with respect to whether you are from BTech mechanical or BTech production or BTech chemical. We are not going to see that one. We are going to focus on the skill set. Your education background is the least priority. Your skill set is the top priority. Your skill set and your experience is the top priority. Experience means in terms of data science. In data science, how you have implemented your projects is more important. In what way you have implemented the projects is important. That is more important. Right? Now coming to next with respect to most commonly asked questions are, is there any prerequisites for doing this course? No, nothing. Sir, I don't know programming language. Okay, absolutely no problem. I'm going to teach you from the 0th level, from the scratch level. Sir, I'm not having any idea about maths or stats. No problem. Again, I'm going to teach you from the 0th level. Should I be good at maths or stats? No. I'll be teaching you whichever is required for data science, the complete maths and stats, I'll be teaching you. Sir, then what is the requirement, sir? Just you should be familiar with English language. That's it. If you know English, enough. More than enough. Okay. Now, sir, is there jobs for freshers? N number of jobs are there. Just go and type in any job portal which are interested. Go and type data science fresher job and check how many jobs they have posted in last 1 week only. Just in 1 week, how many jobs has been posted in last 1 week? I don't want 2 years back or 3 years back jobs. I want last 1 week, how many jobs has been posted for freshers. Just check, and whether the jobs are available or not, you only tell the answer. We require only the right skill set with the students. Skill set is important. Right? Now, you can ask whatever the questions you are having. Now it's your time. Yeah. Is this course covering Azure ML, Big Data, Plotly, and Dash? No. Okay. Here I'm going to cover with respect to the ML and DL. ML will be covered in terms of very detailedly in depth. and whatever the concepts are there, everything will be detailedly explained. Okay, and now coming to the fees is of 15,000 rupees. That is the first one. Okay, this is of 15,000 rupees. Second one, timings are 7:30 to 9 p.m. 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Okay, it is fixed for entire course. This timing is fixed because for me this is the only time it is available. Okay, whether you can pay in installments or not, I don't know. You have to contact the admin people called as this person, Nag Babu. You can call him and you can speak with him and you can ask. Okay, now next third question with respect to how many days it is going to take, duration. It is of 3.5 months to 4 months, Monday to Friday, and Saturday is optional. Optional in terms of we are going to have sometimes with respect to any mock interviews or with respect to any revision like this, we are going to have on the Saturdays. Okay, general classes will be on the Monday to Friday only, right? And the course will be of 3.5 months to 4 months. Next, guys, I'm getting too fast the questions. Sir, I did BSc Computers, MBA Finance, and passed out in 2012. Can I get job, sir? Absolutely. Shiva Shankar Gaud, you can get. See, whether you are passed out in 2011 also, you are going to get the job. The only thing is you require the skill set, and the second one is you have to apply for a job. You have to compromise on the salary part. These are the two things important. Yeah. And which mode is most suitable, offline or online? I'm going to take completely online. This is completely online course only. Right? So whether you are 2010 passed out or 2011 passed out, no problem. Okay. So just you are going to apply and you are going to showcase your skill set. Whatever the skill set you are having, you have to showcase your resume and automatically. Yes, one of them is asking whether I'm not good at English. That is that much of fluent. Okay, slowly you have to learn that one and you should be good. Okay, not now initially, but you'll be having this 3.5 months to 4 months of time, right? In this time, you increase your communication skills. Right now, will we get recordings of the class? Yes, recordings are available and you are going to get every class recording, but the recordings will be at additional cost. This will be at additional cost. Recordings will be provided at additional cost. It is not included within the 15,000. This is included for additional cost. Okay, you can get the what is the cost you can get from Nag Babu? I don't know exactly. Sir, I know. Sir, I know only Python. I don't have knowledge in SQL. Can I do this course and get job according to my qualification? 100%. Here, the Python also I'm going to take from the 0th level. SQL also I'm going to take from the scratch level. Both the things I'm going to explain. Okay. I would like to work on a project to default fraud using ML. Any case study in this course? We are going to do one real-time project related to that. One related to finance, one related to healthcare, one related to sales. Everything, every domain I'm going to cover. Okay, sir, I got Cognizant offer for application analyst, but I'm interested in data science. So what to do? Now it's of your choice. So my suggestion is with respect to do your job and simultaneously you prepare for data science. Whenever you get the job, you just quit and you can shift. If you're not having any kind of agreement or any kind of these things, right? Sir, I have only 58% in BTech mechanical, and now the companies they are mentioning is 60% and 65. Can I apply those interviews? I think they will not get you'll not get shortlisted for those. You have to try for internships initially. If your percentage in BTech is very less, miss, you have to try for internship, and from that you have to move on to the companies. It is somewhat difficult to get from an MNC because there nowadays the requirement they have kept the filter as 60% to 65%. Sir, I'm having weak internet connection in my area. That is, you have to check yourself. How I can say. I'm interested in offline course. Could you tell me how much cost for this course? I'm not having any offline course. I'm not teaching any offline. I'm teaching only in online. For offline course by another trainer, is there any other trainer, miss? Just you have to contact this Nagbob girl. I have given the number right here. Whatever the number was displayed, you call and you can get the details. I want to learn Power BI instead of Tableau. So in this, I'm teaching with respect to Tableau. I'm mechanical engineer, 40 years old with 17 years experience in procurement and supply chain. Now I want to shift my career in data science. I need to join as a fresher or previous experience is considered. Yes. Now your previous experience will be considered when they are working on related project. If they are working any project related to supply chain management, then that time they are going to consider your experience. It depends on what project they are working, for which they are hiring. Okay, if they're working on this particular project, means automatically your experience will be considered, but not 17 years. To some extent they will consider. Sir, I'm having a good knowledge in Power BI and SQL. Sir, Tableau replaced the Power BI or not? Nowadays market leader is Tableau. Sir, syllabus copy you'll be sending in the mail. The syllabus copy you will be getting in the mail. I was confused with data science and Java developer, which is best? A good question. So data science and Java developer, if both of them, let us assume both of them are starting as a fresher and they are getting salary of 20,000, let us assume 20,000 or 6 lakhs package. Okay, let us go with 6 lakhs. They have got, both of them has got in MNC 6 lakhs package. Just you have to see the career graph. After 5 years for Java developer, what is the package? And for 5 years data scientist, what is the package within the same company? Your career graph will be very high when compared to anything. Java developer or Python developer or full stack developer or cyber security or with respect to any other course, the highest package is with respect to data science. Can I ask you doubts about the projects on which I'm working on right now? Yeah, once we complete the particular concepts, later you can apply that one. Okay, once we discuss that one, right? We can discuss, no problem. What is the fees for getting the recording sessions? Yeah, you can contact the Nagbob girl. So this is Mahesh Kumar. Okay, I have completed BSc computers in 2019, but actually I'm looking for a job, not fresher. Okay, see, you have completed in 2009, 19. Okay, fine. So you'll, once you done this course, you can apply 100%. That is not a problem. Sir, I don't have a laptop. See this. This is the, you have to check yourself from your end. Okay. Sir, I'm textile background. Can I shift my career on IT or I can get the job in IT industry? Absolutely. If you're having a good knowledge, automatically you'll get the job. Could you please send the brochure? Yes, you are going to get in the mail. Which side I want to go? Please assist me. Testing, coding or non-coding? Which one you are interested, go with that side. For example, I'm not that much of good at coding, let us assume. But you have kept me in the coding class. What I have to do? I will not understand anything, right? Whether you are able to understand coding means okay. If you're not able to understand coding means, then why to sit in the coding class? Okay, so I'm a medical representative with 3.5 years, right? Now I'm learning this data science. Is that experience help me in future? No, I don't think so. Medical representative is not going to be applicable. They are not going to consider yours. They'll be taking with respect to as a fresher only. To my knowledge, I worked as a lecturer, and after marriage, I left job now. I want to start my career now. My gap is 3.5 years. So how can I try in industry? Once you learn your course, whatever the skills you are having, project that you are having this much of skill set with you by showcasing everything on your resume. Okay, whatever the skill set you are having, project that one. How I can know that you are having this much of knowledge? How I can know? Project that one on the resume. Sir, my 10th and 12th percentiles are low, but 60% in BCA and MCA. Can I get opportunities? Absolutely. No one is going to check your 10th class and 12th class. No one is going to check. And if you write your 10th class and 12th class percentage in your resumes, first they are going to throw that resume. We should not write anything 10th class or 12th class percentages. Course content order. So first we are going to start with Python and statistics, followed by data preparation, modeling, that is machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, and computer vision, and followed by SQL and Tableau. Sir, in some Naukri job advertisement, they are noticed that OOPS and DSA. That is with respect to they are expecting as a full developer with a data scientist. That is a startup company, because they can't spend more amount on individuals. So they want everyone to be one. Okay. Is there coding in data science? Yes, but very less, very, 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 very minimal. When compared to any coding, that is very minimal. Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you. I respected your answer, but Java developer and tutor said that career growth in is well in developer. Just you can check. Do yourself the research. Check in the website that for 3 years experience guy as a Java developer, what is the salary? And for 5 years, for 7 years, and for 10 years, what is the salaries? Just check yourself. You will understand the difference. From my perspective, it is very clear. It is data science. Whether it is right or wrong, you have to judge that one. I am a job holder. Can I manage this course when I'm doing job? Yes, that is important. Time management is more important. Okay. You should have a skill that how to manage your time. And 100%, since you are already a job holder, you know what is time management. And based on that, you are going to have a fixed time. You make sure that this 1.5 hour, and make sure 1 hour for preparation. Okay. Next, I'm working in a mechanical engineering teaching field from last 11 years, but I want to switch my career in data science. It is possible? If yes, I'll be considered as fresher or experienced. So it depends on the project and depends on the company. So for which project they are working and what is the skill set they are looking for. And if you are meeting all the requirement skill set, they are going to pay according to that. Okay. How much time can I provide for this course? That is 3.5 months to 4 months. For practice, you require every day half an hour to 1 hour extra. 1.5 hours is for class. For preparation, you require at least half an hour to 1 hour. If you are able to spend 1 hour every day, consistently, if you are able to spend 1 hour every day, means it is more than enough. Absolutely. Raj, I have 1 year experience as data analyst. Yes, you can easily shift into this. So one of my well-known brother doing MSc in Max, and after that he has done MS in data science and got job at Dr. Reddy's at the rate of 10 lakhs package. That's good. Okay, it is not mandatory to do MS. So he has projected that one. He is having this much of knowledge, which is worth of 10 lakhs package is having the worth. He has proved that one. For example, in Naresh IT, if they want to take me, they want to hire me. Based on my knowledge, they are going to pay the salary. If my knowledge is of 20 lakhs, if they're asking me to work for 8 lakhs, whether I am going to work for them? No, right? If my worth is of 4 lakhs, whether they are going to pay for me 20 lakhs? No, right? Both of them are not possible. So for a right skill set, you are going to get the right package. Hi, sir. My name is Dipesh, and I have 4 years. Yeah, whatever the experience you are having in the previous one, whether they are going to consider that experience or not is completely depend on the company and whatever the project they are taking for. That is the thing which is best for me as a non-IT background, software developer, software testing, or data analyst. You attend all the demos with respect to software developer, software tester, and data analyst, which is easy for you. Select that one. If I say that software testing is best means, if you don't understand anything, what is the use? If I say software developer, you don't know coding, what is the use? If I say data analyst, if you're not able to analyze the data, then what is the use? You have to select which one is best for you, which you are having strong, which area you are strong. You have to check yourself. Right? Oh, now coming to this, I'm MCA student. Which one is best, full stack Python or data scientist? So I recommend only with respect to data scientist only. So how many demo sessions? Today and tomorrow and after tomorrow. These 3 days will be demo sessions. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to explain with the data science concepts, and after tomorrow I'm going to explain with respect to Python concepts. Whether you are good at Python, you are able to understand the Python or not. Day after tomorrow, you are going to check that one. Sir, is that Python morning 6 a.m. class is included in the 15,000 fees or need to pay extra? It is included. It is free of cost. It is included. Once you pay the fees, they are going to share that link also to attend the classes. Okay, whichever the free Python and 9x classes are there, they are going to share that link. Sir, I have completed basic Python classes from Naresh IT only. How much is course duration and what time will be allocated to basic Python? So the basic Python will be done, that is core Python will be done just in 15 days. That is first 2 weeks will be the core Python followed by the libraries. Okay. Next question. Is every question is okay? Clear? Any questions, guys? Still? So please share the syllabus which is going to be covered. Yeah, we are going to share the syllabus to the mail. You are going to get the mail in that the syllabus copy will be included. Next, I'm 2022 pass. I'm eligible. 100% you are eligible, and if you are easily you can get the job. As a fresher job, it is very easy for you. Yeah, Syed is saying that please reply, sir. Syed, can you type your question once again? I have missed your question, might be. Please, the screen is black. Yeah, I have stopped the screen sharing. Without Python course, how much is the fee? I don't know. Okay, you can ask with respect to this admin, course admin, that is Nagbob Garu. That so Python, core Python will be taken for initially for 2 weeks, and followed by Python libraries will be taken for another 1 week. That is, Python libraries will be completed in 1 week. Excel knowledge is required for data analyst role. Excel knowledge is required for data scientist role. Excel is not required. Excel is the very basic part. We are going to work on the advanced part. Okay. What softwares are installed in the laptops for this course? So we are going to install with respect to Python and SQL and Tableau. Within the Python, whatever you have installed, that Anaconda, in that only machine learning, deep learning, and computer vision, everything will be done. Sir, how will you cover Linux course that is mentioned as free with this data science course? So whenever we are going to start the Linux batch, we'll be sending you that link, so you can join that one. Sir, after the live session, extra time to learn data science because I'm preparing JRF exam, but I want to learn data science. How I can manage? See, that it depends upon you, how you can manage. That is, you have to check yourself. For example, here I'm working as a data science, the senior data scientist. Okay. And from morning to evening, I'm working as a data scientist. And after that, again, I'm taking evening classes. So I'll be also tired, right? But I'm taking the classes. This is with respect to management skills, how you can able to manage. Because in the office, I'll be also having work. After coming to home, at the home also, I'll be having work. But still I'm managing, right? So simple. If you want to manage and if you want to learn something, means automatically you have to manage. Based on your situation, you have to manage. Yeah, Microsoft SQL only. The SQL server only we are going to use. Microsoft SQL server only we are going to use. Yeah. Next, sample NASCOM certification. You can ask this Nagbob Garu. Might be they'll be sending you. I'm not having with me. Okay. Every day 2 hours class. No, 1.5 hours from 7:30 to 9. Please share everyday's notes PDF. Yes, obviously we are going to share everyday's whatever the notes is there. Every notes will be uploaded in the Google Drive. What is difference between MCA and MSc in data science? MCA is Master of Computer Applications. The full form is, where in MCA you are going to have all the things idea. Whereas in exclusively MSc in data science means you are going to get exclusively within the data science. You are not going to learn anything unrelated to data science. Is there jobs for freshers? Absolutely. N number of jobs are there. Will age matters in getting job? No. To my knowledge, no. Until now, I have done number of interviews. Okay, I have taken number of interviews with respect to So I have never considered the age. I have seen the skill set only. First, I will see the resume. In the resume, what are the skills he is having, and what are the tools he know, and what are the projects he has done. And based on that, I'm going to shortlist the resume. Once I get the shortlisting is done, now I'm going to check his skills. In what way he is going to apply the knowledge. We are going to see this way. We are not going to see what is their age and what is their 10th class percentage, intermediate percentage. We are not going to consider all these things. Entire course is taken by you only, or some other faculty is going to take some parts of the course? No, entire course I am going to have. Okay, complete course I am only going to take. So we use Seaborn and Matplotlib for visualization. Then why we use Tableau? So Matplotlib and visualization is used for Python coding. Tableau is used for end user. So if you want to share the things, see in the Matplotlib and Seaborn, you have to write the codes using the code, and you can only understand that one. Okay, who are familiar with coding part, they can only understand. But in Tableau, others also will understand. That is the reason why we use Tableau. Next, fake experience matters in interview. If you have proving that experience, whatever the experience you are keeping, they'll be accepting. Sir, your explanation is excellent. Thank you. It is necessary to give extra time to learn after live session. It is the best way. Based on my experience, I have seen number of students, right, who are practicing every day, they are getting succeeded easily. Comparatively, whatever I'm saying is about 90% of the students, might be 10% of the students are exceptional. Without practicing or without giving additional time, just by listening to the concepts also, they will understand. Okay, some students will be in that category, but most of the 90% of the students, they have to spend some extra time, then they have to revise, they have to practice, then only they will understand. Is cloud tool required in future? If you are 3 years to 5 years experience guy, you require a cloud automatically. Again, what is Power BI? Power BI is same as with respect to Tableau. Either Tableau or Power BI, anyone. Fine. Fine, guys. So let's meet tomorrow. So will you take mock interviews also? Yes, I'm going to take the mock interviews also. So why AWS recommended for data related jobs? Because we are going to store the data in the cloud only nowadays. Simple. Vamana Krishna, I want to talk. Yes, just you can you want to talk in this session. Oh, just give me a minute. Vaman Krishna, where is this? Yeah, Krishna.
Sir, am I audible to you?
Yes, now it is clear.
Sir, I want to challenge you a question, sir.
Okay.
Almost all I noticed all the conversations between you and some other students asking so and so questions. So my first question directed to you only, sir. One of your students asked you, sir, I doesn't have laptop facility. How can I handle my classes to listen you? First question. That is first question to you only, sir. Without supporting your student, how others support your student by any others? First question. Second question. So and so students asked you, sir, we want your class recordings. With your permission, I want to challenge my co-students with your permission only.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Sir, are you able to talk in Telugu language?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Sir, మళ్ళీ సింపుల్ గా అడుగుతున్నాను సార్. ఇందాక మీరు మిమ్మల్ని ఎవరెవరో సజెషన్స్ క్వశ్చన్స్ డౌట్స్ అడిగితే మీరు క్లారిఫై చేశారు. వాళ్ళల్లో ఒక స్టూడెంట్, అంటే నేను ఇప్పుడు మీ స్టూడెంట్ ని కాబట్టి ఈ సెషన్ లో నా కో స్టూడెంట్స్ లో ఒక అతను, సార్ నా దగ్గర ల్యాప్టాప్ లేదు, ల్యాప్టాప్ లేనప్పుడు ఫుల్ ఫ్లెడ్జ్ గా నేను మీ పాఠాలు నేర్చుకోవడానికి నాకు కుదరదు అని చెప్పి అతను అడగటం వల్ల అది నా వల్ల కాదని మీరు చెప్పారు. ఈ కాంటెస్ట్ లో నేను మిమ్మల్ని ఛాలెంజ్ చేస్తుంది ఏంటనగా, మీ స్టూడెంట్ మీరు సపోర్ట్ చేయనప్పుడు వేరే వాళ్ళు ఎలా సపోర్ట్ చేస్తారు, అది నేను మిమ్మల్ని ఛాలెంజ్ చేస్తున్నాను. సెకండ్ పాయింట్,
ఆ క్వశ్చన్ కి ఆన్సర్ ఏంటంటే, ఇప్పుడు నేను మాత్రం ఏం చేయాలి అక్కడ అంటే ఇప్పుడు
no you have to think yourself, sir. I am challenging you, I am your student, I am challenging you. You have to think your own self. That is what data analysis, no?
See, generally the data
That's it.
scientist, whoever wants to get a job, obviously they have to practice. In order to practice,
Exactly.
without laptop or a desktop or any computer, they can't practice. Obviously, if I ask him, no worries, no problem, just you listen to the classes, you are going to get a job, means I'm bluffing him. So I don't want to do like that. So that is the
No,
reason
no, no.
why simply I
No,
have to.
No, sir, no, sir.
That is from my end.
నేను
From my end,
point
whatever see, 1 minute, whatever the perspective from my end, I'm giving the answers. From
Exactly.
others,
I agree with you.
perspective, whatever the answer you are expecting, that may not be my answer. But from my perspective, whatever the answer is there, that I'm saying.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ సార్, ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ. ఇక్కడ నేను 2 పాయింట్స్ క్లియర్ చేస్తున్నాను సార్. మీరు చెప్పిన క్లాస్ అంతా కూడా ఆల్రెడీ డూప్లికేటెడ్. ఎవరో చెప్పింది మళ్ళీ మీరు మీ సినారియోలో మీరు చెప్తున్నారు. మీరు కొత్తగా ఏం చెప్పలేదు. ఆ ఒక్క విషయం మీరు అగ్రీ చేస్తారా?
ఎవరు చెప్పింది?
మీరు చెప్పిన క్లాస్ అకార్డింగ్ టు ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ థియరీస్ ఆఫ్ డేటా సైన్స్ అండ్ డేటా అనాలిసిస్.
ఏదైనా కానీ ఎవరైనా చెప్పిందే చెప్తారు. ఇంకెవరు ఎలా చెప్తారు?
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ. సో
నా ఓన్ పీపీటీ, నా ఓన్ వేలో నేను నా సబ్జెక్ట్ చెప్తున్నా.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ సార్. సో నౌ ఐ కంక్లూడ్ ది పాయింట్. ఇప్పుడు నేనేమంటున్నానంటే, టీచర్ స్టూడెంట్ రేషియోలో స్టూడెంట్ ని టీచర్ సపోర్ట్ చేయలేకపోతే వేరే వాళ్ళు ఎలా సపోర్ట్ చేస్తారు? ఫస్ట్ పాయింట్. సెకండ్ పాయింట్, నా కో స్టూడెంట్స్ కొంతమంది మీరు చెప్పిన క్లాస్ రికార్డింగ్స్ అని అడిగారు. ఒకవేళ మీరు నిజంగానే ఫ్రీ ఆఫ్ కాస్ట్ వాళ్ళకి రికార్డింగ్స్ ఇచ్చారే అనుకో, వాట్ ఈస్ ది యూజ్? వాళ్ళంతా వాళ్ళు ఎవరు ఏంటని వాళ్ళంతా వాళ్ళని అర్థం చేసుకోలేనప్పుడు రికార్డింగ్స్ అన్ని మీరు ప్రొవైడ్ చేసిన ఆ రికార్డింగ్స్ వల్ల వాళ్ళకి ఏంటి యూసేజ్ ఏంటి? వాళ్ళు ఎలా అర్థం చేసుకోవాలనేది మనం మోటిఫై చేయాలి సార్. సో మళ్ళీ క్లియర్ గా చెప్తున్నాను, నా బిజినెస్ ని నేను బిల్డప్ చేసుకునే దాన్ని డేటా అనాలిస్ట్ సినారియోలో ఆలోచించే వాళ్ళు, అవతల వాళ్ళ బిజినెస్ కి ఎలా హెల్ప్ చేయాలని ఆలోచించే వాళ్ళు డేటా సైంటిస్టులు. ఇద్దరు కలిస్తేనే ఇన్నోవేషన్, క్రియేటివిటీ, duplication, theories build up అవుతాయి అన్నమాట.
Finally, for that reason only, I have told for recordings, you have to ask from the Nareshite team, because that is not in my hand. My things are whatever the limitations I am having, I know that one. So if you are asking out of the limitations, I am not the Nareshite owner, and I am not the complete institute. Whatever the things I can take the decisions at the end. Finally, whatever the things, if I am in that situation, if I am the complete person, means then I will think in whatever you are thinking. నువ్వు ఎలా థింక్ చేస్తున్నావో అప్పుడు నేను థింక్ చేస్తా, కానీ ఇక్కడ నాకు ఆ సిచ్యువేషన్ లేదు, ఆ రైట్స్ లేవు. సో నా పార్ట్ ఏంటంటే ట్రైనింగ్ కాబట్టి ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళకి అడిషనల్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఇలాంటివి ఉన్నాయి. జస్ట్ దే ఆస్క్ మీ టు ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ టు ద కోర్స్ అడ్మిన్ సో దట్ దే విల్ బి సాల్వింగ్ దేర్ క్వశ్చన్స్. సో ఇప్పుడు కొన్ని స్టూడెంట్స్ ఫీస్ ని సార్ ఇన్స్టాల్మెంట్స్ లో పే చేయొచ్చు అని అడుగుతారు. అది చెయ్యొచ్చో లేదో నాకు తెలియదు కదమ్మా.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ.
తెలియనప్పుడు నేను ఏం చేయాలి అప్పుడు? సో యూ జస్ట్ కోర్స్ అడ్మిన్ ఎవరైతే ఉంటారో నరేష్ ఐటీ టీమ్ ని అడగండి, వాళ్ళు ఏం ఇస్తే అదే చేయండి అని చెప్తాము.
ఈ కాంటెస్ట్ లో ఇక్కడ ఈ సెషన్ లో నేను చెప్పదలుచుకున్న సింపుల్ గా, కమ్యూనికేషన్ బ్యారియర్స్, ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ బ్యారియర్స్ బాగా ప్రాబ్లం అయిపోతా ఉంది. దాని మీద మనం ఫోకస్ చేయాలి. దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఐ వాంట్ టు ఎక్స్ప్రెస్. That is my expression of interest for this session. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, guys, everyone are okay, right? So if you have any additional questions, you can please contact the course admin, that is Nagbab Garu, and I'm sharing the number on the chat box also once again. And just give me a minute. Let me check the number. Nine double 5 3. Okay, just I have shared you the number on the chat box, so everyone can use this one, and you can ask whatever the questions you are having still. Okay, thank you all. We'll meet tomorrow.